Hello everybody, Ragtag Sagvi here. Welcome to the next episode. In this episode, we're going to be heading to Kasoa Palace and ooh, this is a nice color. A purple body with a green back. That actually looks really nice for him.
Wait up, boss.
But anyway, in the last episode, we went to Snowhorn Waste, gave the blue Snowhorn back his golden root, and returned after passing a little test. We were able to find a Kasoa shrine, and passing its test of strength was infinitely easier than Musclefoot. It's time we head to the Kasoa Palace to drop off this Kasoa spirit. So let's do that, shall we? Let's go see the Warpstone to get to the Kasoas. Also, neat little thing, you can attack some of the trees here in the hollow to get Dumblepods to drop to heal up your health.
Are you ready to go to Kasoa Palace?
Why, yes, I am. Made our return to Kasoa Palace, and also I love that the sharp claws just turned to look at me like, what the fuck? Someone actually came in that teleporter? Oh, we weren't prepared for this. I just love that they both looked at me like, what the, like they were confused, like, wait, somebody actually came here? That teleporter never works. Yeah, I was commenting as I was warping in. It's like I saw them like scratching themselves with the back of their maces. Like, I imagine that would probably help greatly for an itch, but also wouldn't that be very painful? Because wouldn't the sharp point of the mace be, you know, extremely sharp? Like, unless you're applying the sharp claws have very thick hides. Right. This is the right floor for the Kasoa. Because on this floor, there's this door that we couldn't get through. So let's open the door. And deposit the spirit. I love that Fox is still taken surprised by that. Like, Fox, you gotta know by now that you deposit a spirit, you get bored. or to get back to the hollow. It's like, how are you surprised at this point?
Fox, my boy! 3 spellstones down and only 1 to go. You seem to be getting the hang of this. Now then, it's time for you and Tricky to go to Dragon Rock. Your toughest challenge yet.
That's easy for you to say, but where do I find the Gatekeeper?
He is closer than you realize. He who has no voice has plenty to say.
Yeah, so we need to seek out the Gatekeeper, which apparently they're in the hollow.
My son will not even speak to me.
So my son will not even speak to me. So he says, so the Warpster says, he who has no voice has plenty to say. I believe the Thorntails will help guide you to who it is, and I think even the Queen Earthwalker also gives you a hint.
The rest think I'm barking mad. But I did see a flying ship. I think I did anyway.
I think I did. It's right there in front of you! How does nobody believe you? But yeah, they'll have unique things to say. Some of them will be helpful and give you a general idea on where...
I hope you're treating the prince well.
But yeah, I want to check the Queen, because I think she gives you a hint. Which would make sense in my mind, because she should know all the Thorntails off the back of her hand.
Speak to the Thorntail with no voice.
Yeah, she gives you a more clearer hint. So she tells you that it's a Thorntail with no voice. Well, throughout our entirety of our adventures, you could speak to every one of the Thorntails and they would have something to say to you. They would also speak to you periodically throughout your adventure. But there's one Thorntail that's the outlier. It's this guy. He never once spoke to us during the entire adventure, and every time we tried to speak to him, he would mumble and essentially tell us to go away. He who has no voice has plenty to say.
I should have guessed there was something odd about you. The Warpstone said I should find you.
I haven't spoken since something terrible happened. Something that I am ashamed to admit. I too attempted to save our planet, but I failed.
Tell me, what happened?
I led a group of dinosaurs against General Scales. He learnt of our plan before we could act, and launched a full-scale offensive against us. We never stood a chance. He imprisoned 3 of my closest friends on Dragon Rock, and it is also where he has taken the Spellstone.
So how did you survive? If Scales let you go, it could only be because...
I am the Gatekeeper. The gateway to Dragon Rock is now open. Please help my friends. They are on your side.
So, I love that he's the Gatekeeper, and yet all the other Thorntails apparently have the Gatekeeper power. So, is it implied that they're all Gatekeepers, or he's like the main essential one, and then each Thorntail has like a piece of his power? Ours, like a failsafe in case like anything happened to him. But anyway, our next location will be Dragon Rock, so let's visit the shop one more time. To buy that final map, this should be our last visit to the store. So the Dragon Rock map should be in special goods. And once we buy that, special goods will be completely cleared out.
You pay this much. Okay, I'll sell it to you.
The Dragon Rock map. We have all the maps. And special goods is cleared out. Now before I leave, let's take a look at food, because we never came in here, and honestly, you don't have a reason to ever come in here. So here, the shopkeeper will sell you a few of the consumables. For starters, you could buy fireflies, which you have very little reason to buy them, because they're not used that much, and oftenly, anytime they are needed, they're generally a source of a few of them nearby. So you have very little reason to buy them, and if you ever need to stock up on them, they're easy to find in the cave in near Thorntail Hollow. Oh, where you got the white grub tubs. Here you could buy a Dumblebang pod, but again, you can easily find them in the boxes and also in the trees in the hollow. Here you can buy several pods, which I think heals, I forget if it's a full heal or it heals you by half or whatever. For 10 scarabs, not a bad buy, but again, health is easy to come by. Same thing with the Puck eggs, you can get them here, although you can easily find them in boxes. You can buy a stack of them, which I believe these always full heal you for 15. Then you could buy grub tubs, which I don't know why you would ever want to buy them here, because they essentially infested the entire planet and they're easy to find. Like, you can see I'm already maxed out. You should always have around 15 or close to that number. There's very little reason to ever buy them. Here is the only item worth buying in any way, shape, or form, being the fuel cell. The shopkeeper has infinite amount of fuel cells, I believe, so you can buy as many as you need. They're 10 scarabs a piece, and unfortunately you have to buy them separately. You cannot buy them in bulk. This could be needed if you may need a little boost in your orbs to get to a satellite world. However, if you've been collecting the fuel cells as much as I have, you should have very little reason to buy them. As generally, you should be over the amount you need, or essentially maybe over it by a few. And then there's the bomb spores, which you could buy for 5 scarabs, which I question why you would ever want to buy them there, since the plant that you can use to restock them is right outside the store, or in the hollow, so I don't know why you would ever want to buy bomb spores here. Again, the food section either was thought out very poorly, or like, we need another section of the store to justify the reason for the player to buy stuff, because again, most of the stuff is either things you barely need or are easily accessible through other means. So this is why I've never came into the food section of the store. So honestly, the food section is absolutely worthless to you. The only sections of the store that really matter to you is maps and special goods. The special goods, again, has like free the maps, but also has the majority of items that are needed for your adventure. And maps, obviously, you want to buy the maps for your PDA. So, again, no reason to ever go into the food section of the store. So that will be our last ever visit to the Thorntail store. This, we've pretty much got everything we need. Also, I love that there are 2 portals now over the hollow. This is, I think, this is the only location where this happens. You have enough fuel cells to reach Dragon Rock. I believe the amount you need is either 30 or 35. So we are just pretty much in just the amount we need. So let's head into orbit. So, with that, in the next episode we'll go to the final satellite, which is Dragon Rock, where the final spellstone awaits us. If you enjoyed this episode, do like the videos, it helps tremendously. Subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment down below on your thoughts of this episode, and share the video so more people can discover my content and help the channel grow. And I'll see you all next time. Later.